John, I hear you're working on the local case.
Oh, yes, I am.
Can you go over the donor with me?
Sure. So it's a 31-year-old male Caucasian.
The reason why Gift of Life exists is because there's people who need an organ for transplant. There's that waiting list that people talk about.
Howard Nathan has been with Gift of Life since 1978. Today, he is considered one of the world's leading experts in organ donation.
Right now, there's over 6,000 people waiting for a call so that they can get back to a normal life through organ transplantation. In 1974, when the program started, it was really just about kidney transplantation because that was the only organ being transplanted.
Dr. Clyde Barker, past chair of the Department of Surgery at the University of Pennsylvania, was one of the co-founders of Gift of Life, originally named Delaware Valley Transplant Program and known largely by its phone number, Kidney One.
In the beginning, one might get a call from a doctor at another hospital, perhaps a transplant surgeon, or perhaps another doctor who had a patient that was dying and in whom it had occurred that that patient might become a donor. One would quickly get a team organized and go to that hospital and wait around and talk to the family and do the other things that are now done very efficiently by Gift of Life.
It was very rare. Most people didn't understand it.
Dr. Aaron Bannett, who started the kidney transplant program at Albert Einstein Medical Center and co-founded Gift of Life, recalls the early days of organ donation.
It would just be an occasional thing. But you had some wonderful people who were really very generous about it and understood brain death, and they wanted something good to come out of the potential donor. And that was the beginning of it all.
What began as a pioneering effort to save lives through kidney transplants evolved as doctors began transplanting other organs and demand for transplants grew.
When the program first started, it was just one transplant coordinator and then a secretary. That was the entire program. And as the program grew, I was the fourth transplant coordinator that was hired. The roles of the clinical aspects of the program changed, particularly when we started coordinating heart and liver and lung transplantation, from a kidney program to a multi-organ transplant program. But the bottom line is, the success or failure really depended upon the frontline people who would get that referral and get that consent from the family.
Cynthia London represents one of those families. Her life intersected with Gift of Life donor program after the death of her son, Sipo.
All I saw at that point was my healthy son lying up there, and this horrible thing was happening, and there was not one thing I could do about it. A coordinator from the Gift of Life came in and began to talk to us, to the family, about what our donation was going to be. The Gift of Life coordinator was so compassionate with us and letting us know that we were going to be helping other people who was waiting.
Sipo's organs were transplanted into 6 people, including George Flacco, who received Sipo's heart. Cynthia's and George's families met through Gift of Life after corresponding for several years.
I always said that Sipo was my gift, and he would bring hope to the world. And he brought hope to 6 other people. And that's his legacy.